How the hell you doing, YouTube? Today we're back with a brand new video. Today's video I'm going to show you how to patch in after an electrician has run some cabling down a wall. As you can see here, they've tracked this concrete wall out, and then they've put their cable until you can see that it's a black conduit. And yeah, so we're gonna patch this in for the client. There was loads of these all over the house, but I'm just going to show you a couple, so you have sort of an idea what to do. So a lot of the times the sparks will actually they'll use some clips or something to clip the conduit in to the wall, but these guys didn't. So I'm going to show you how to get over that with the conduit hanging out. First of all, we PVA the wall. This is the other one I'm going to show you. We PVA the wall, so just basically stops the sort of plaster from drying out too quickly, and lets us have a little bit of play. So what I'm using here is it's like a bonding and skim mix. So it's about half skim, half bonding, and what it does doing this actually makes it so that I can skim over the top of this today. So what you see is we'll fill a wee bit into the track, and then we'll push the conduit back into the track, and the bonding that's in there then will stop the conduit from coming back out. It's important that you get this well stuck in at the start. If you don't get it stuck in at the start, a lot of the time what happens is you push it in, and it comes out, and you push it back in, it comes out, and you work a load of stuff in behind it, and then it makes the conduit sit too far out on the wall, and then you can see it after you finish skimming, the conduit will be hanging out. So after you've got this conduit stuck way back in, what we're going to do is we're going to use our bonding and skim mix, and we're just going to fill out it out. So I would want a good even coat. We're going to come in with another coat of skim afterwards. So you want to try to keep any access either side till a minimum, and just sort of keep all your plaster in the actual track itself. When the bonding dries out a little bit, what usually happens is it sort of it gets smaller, if you know what I mean. And then we'll fill it in with skim over the top of it. It's always a good idea when you're doing these, filling these tracks in. If you had time, what you would do is bond it one day and let the bonding completely dry out, and then come and re-skim it the next day. But obviously, these smaller jobs, you can only price them for one day, so basically we try to get it all done in one day. That's the reason we use the half bond and half skim mix. That allows us to skim over the bonding the same day, before it's actually set. Sort of when it goes tacky, then you get skim over it. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to go up with the next bit's just up the stairs, so we'll go up, and then we're going to do the same thing here. Now this conduit isn't actually moving. This one's well in the wall, which is nice. so we're not actually going to fill in behind this one. I think they've actually used the clip on this, so we're just going to go straight in and we're going to fill in using our bonding. We're going to fill it in again, trying not to leave any access. Yeah, and we try to fill it out as best we can. And then we're going to come back obviously with our next coat of just skim, and we're going to finish it. This was actually, somebody had asked for this video, so lucky enough, not long after they asked for it, we had a job come up where I could show, so hopefully this is helpful for I can't even remember who it was that asked for it, but hopefully this is helpful for them, and hopefully they enjoy. You see, I'm just trying to get it, filled out the hole, and then as I say, we'll come back and we'll give it another coat when it's tacky with some skim. So this next clip is going to be us second coating. So we're going to do the same thing, that the bonding here's went slightly tacky. So we're just going to come in then with our finish, and we're going to stick a nice tight coat over the top. We're going to make sure to leave it just slightly proud. Doing this actually makes it a little bit easier for us to trowel in. And basically you leave it a bit high because, again, as the skim and the bonding sort of dries out, it shrinks a bit and it leaves, you'll see, like, you'll get cracks and stuff, so it just slightly shrinks. So we'll leave a wee bit extra, and it just makes it a wee bit easier for us to trowel in. The next one here, we're going to jump. This is about 5-10 minutes later, and we're going to come in with our first trowel, and it's basically the same process as every other skimming video that we do. We're going to come in with our water brush. The only thing would be a little bit different, like usually at this stage I'm just flattening in, but because of this patch, what we're going to do is we're going to work around the edges with a water brush, which means what it does is it lets us feather the edge in, and it's important, especially with these. If you don't feather the edge in, then you get big rough edges, which it doesn't look good, unfortunately. Yeah, so you can see here, we'll feather the edge, and then we'll just make sure to fill every time we come. We'll feather the edge in and we'll fill the middle, and we're just going to do this, basically the same process here. We're going to sit down. We're going to do the same thing at the bottom, and it's important. A lot of if you don't feather the edge in, it will leave sort of a hump, and the longer you leave to feather that edge, the worse it's going to look. If you do it at an early stage, then it's nice and flat and smooth. If you leave it till the end, you're trying to cut the plaster to get it down. We use the same process as when we're skimming walls. This will be the trowel that we close in. The next trowel, we'll use our cotton trowel, plenty of water like we always do, and then our last trowel we'll use our flaxie, and that'll finish the plaster till a nice standard. And and we're going to jump straight till actually cutting this. So when you're doing patches, it's obviously not going to take as much effort, because you're not sort of you're not. I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to. You're not trying to get walls smooth and flat. You're just working on small bits, and it's really important to sort of spend the time and make sure that it's 100% right. I feel like sometimes it's more it's easier to make a mistake with a patch, just because you haven't got the whole wall. Like when you put a full wall on, you're fine because you can flatten it out. You can take all the bumps and lumps on the original wall. You can sort of fill in with the plaster, and then it gives you a flat wall to work from. But when you're patching like this here, you're having to follow the sort of the shape of the wall. So if there's a big bump in the wall, you're going to have to follow that with your trowel, and it can be a little bit more difficult. It's obviously an easy day because you're not lashing loads of stuff on the wall, but you have to be more careful and think more on what you're doing, and taking that time to make sure that everything's filled out and done right. I just wanted to take this chance again and ask everybody, is there certain videos that you want to see? I've had a few comments now of people suggesting stuff, and when I get round till a job which allows me to do that, I'm going to make the videos. But I would just like to know, is there anything else that you want to see? Like, I know that it's mostly skimming videos, obviously. We don't do an awful lot of, I'd say, work or really even render, to be honest with you. Like, it's mostly just re-skimming bedrooms is most of what I do, re-skimming rooms. But yeah, if you've any suggestions, go ahead and just let me know, and I'll try to make the video. And also too, I just wanted to know what you think about the quality of the videos again. I'm trying hard to sort of up the production, trying to add it a wee bit better, that sort of stuff. I just want to know what you think. So now we've cut all our tracks, and this is the very last thing that we'll do. We'll just you see there I'm using my Rufina flexi trowel, and we're just going to give the wall a good wet. As you can see, like, you can't see any black on this wall. It's harder to tell with patching the right time to go, but if you flexi your wall and it's turned, if the plaster's turned, you've hit it too easy, or you've hit it too early. It's really just experience, to be honest with you. But the more you do it, the more you'll get there. And definitely don't go too early. You can go a wee bit earlier on patches than you could in walls, obviously, because there's not, big massive spaces that you're doing. But just definitely go a wee bit earlier, but not too early. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful. And again, if you want to suggest a video, throw it in the comments. I'm getting sort of like 15-16 comments per video now, and that's brilliant. I really like speaking to everybody. People tell me things that I didn't know before, and all that sort of stuff. But listen, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.